Agencies help each other all the time. And you guys know, before we start anything, I always have to acknowledge the presence of God, because just the mere fact that I'm sitting in front of you today is because of God. The fact that you're logging in on here is because of God. If He didn't allow this to happen, it wouldn't happen. So good morning. Good morning. I love all of you. You know, as you come into this room, I take you as I value you. I don't take anything for granted. So in this moment, we just want to thank God. Heavenly Father, we bless your name. We thank you for this moment. We thank you for the opportunity to be in your presence always, because everywhere we are is your presence. Even on TikTok, your presence is felt. In this room, your presence is here. And God, as we begin to talk about business, give us wisdom, give us knowledge and understanding in how to operate our businesses. And those who are making decisions to figure out if this is the right path for them, give them the understanding as well. And guide us in this moment as we interact with each other. Let us do so respectfully, and let us do so acknowledging that you are on top and above everything. We pray in Jesus' name. Amen. Amen. Y'all know that. So go ahead and say amen to that prayer. Type it in there. And if you are a star, a subscriber, grab one of those tags where it says comment. Thank you, Anna. Good morning, Anna. Go ahead and grab your tag so that I can see that you are a subscriber. It makes you stand out. Don't just grab one. Grab more than one. Do it multiple times so that it shouts that you are here, okay? Good morning once again. And I see you, Gracie. I see you. I see you, Charlene. I see you, Marana. I see everyone. Good morning. God bless you. Share, share, share. Because when we share, that's when TikTok knows to kind of push it out as well. So I want to talk this morning, and around 10:30 or so, my friend Kishma is going to join us. I invited Kishma because Kishma owns two businesses. Kishma and I have known each other for a very long time. At a point, she was my clinical manager, but she also owns a CNA school, and she owns a non-medical transportation system, transportation company. Thank you, Gracie, for sharing out the live. And Kish is absolutely smart and amazing in what she does. And I tell you guys what I can do and what I cannot do. So people have been asking me questions about a non-medical transportation business. And I thought, why not just bring the person who knows more about it? Her business is thriving. She's doing very well. Melly Jackson said, how is your one-on-one? Melly, you are a star. We send you a link after you subscribe. So we send you a link and you go on my calendar and you choose your one-on-one. She's asking me how is your one-on-one? How does it work? So you go there and you schedule your own time. I all the time are Eastern Standard. I have to put it on there because I see people going on there and at 1 o'clock when it was 2 o'clock and so on and so forth. Oh, thank you for the heart me, Anna. Thank you so much. Grabbing your heart me. And I see people come on a week before their actual scheduled time. Please look at your schedule when you schedule it, because I let you do the picking of the time that is available and the day on your own. So put it in your calendar the same way that I put it on my calendar. Someone is asking to co-host to battle. I am not ready to battle this morning. I'm sorry. I'm going to decline it. I think this is a weekend of battling. Yesterday, Melly, you said yesterday you were supposed to have a one-on-one. Let me check that, because whatever your calendar, you were not supposed to have a one-on-one, Melly. You scheduled yourself for the 13th, I believe. So when you schedule yourself, we get an email that says you scheduled. You also get an email that says you scheduled. So what we see is that you scheduled yourself for the 13th. Yesterday, we had 5 people, and I saw all 5 people who scheduled for yesterday. So we make sure that there is no clash. I don't give anyone a schedule. I let them go and schedule their own time. So please, when you schedule your time, Put it on your own calendar so that you know, so that there is no confusion. Your appointment was not for yesterday. Please go back and check the time that you scheduled for, okay? All right. Thank you. Someone says, hi. Do you, hold on. Janelle Barnett Fletcher says, I don't understand. Do you, a CPA that will review proof of financial ability and sign a CPA statement for ACA? You must be in Florida. Are you asking me if I have a CPA, or are you asking me if I need, or are you asking the people in the room? Can you clarify for us, please? Thank you. Melly, you're welcome. You're welcome. All right, Gracie answered that for me as well. Thank you, Gracie. Okay. All right, so let's continue. Again, good morning, everyone. Good morning. You are welcome to this room where we talk about owning a non-medical home care agency. We talk about the healthcare business. I answer questions on everything that I know. What I do not know, I tell you that I do not know. So one of the things that we see, I told you, when the hot flashes come, it comes. And it starts coming, it's just like, to any of you who is going through this, I'm sorry, right? You understand my problem and my plight. Osas is laughing. Thank you for that laughter. I need it, because when it just starts, it's like, oh my God. Evelyn said, can I change my meeting with you to the 12 instead of the 13? Evelyn, you would have to go on back on the same link and see what's available. Good morning. I can change one for you right here. Thank you, Osas. She said you will be fine. Thank you. Good morning, Mimi. I see you. Good morning, everyone. I see you. Matne Bebe. Good morning. I see you. Good morning. Yes, somebody tell me this thing gets better, because it's like I want to drink coffee, right? Only thing I do in the morning, I would drink my coffee, and typically I can drink this coffee and not eat anything else. That's just how my life goes. I get busy. And so when it's hot like this, it's like, oh my goodness, should I not? But anyway, we are going to have, you guys, as you're coming, please tap the screen and also hold on to my notes and share it out to as many people as you can, so that they can come in and be a part of this teaching. And before I continue, for all of you who've been asking me, how do I get to your class? Are you going to have a class? We do have a class coming up on the 27th of this month. It's a Friday. The class is going to run from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's a whole day packed with things and learning that will help your agency thrive. If you are a new agency owner, I recommend it for all the people in my Success Club, the TikTok Success Club and the Success Club out of TikTok. So we have two. What you begin your journey in TikTok. So for all of you, I recommend it if you're about to open an agency, because what we do is get you ready. I have a lot of clients who come to me after someone else had opened for them and they didn't get the teaching. They didn't get the foundation. And so they carry this permit or this license for a year, 2 years, no clients, not knowing what to do. Some of them do things, but it's wrong, to where if the state came to audit them, they would be in trouble. Oh, the dates in June is finished, Evelyn. You might want to keep your day, because this is what's happening. We're preparing for this training that is coming up in June, and on the 27th. So we kind of opened up just enough days for people to register for a one-on-one. And what I'm trying to do essentially is make sure that this cohort that we have work together. And then after this cohort, we will do another cohort. So there wouldn't be, after the next availability, I think after the 3rd week of June, is the first week of July. And then after that, the availability closes because I'm going on a medical mission trip. And then when I come back, we restart again for the next cohort. So if you miss this training that is coming up on the 27th, you would have to wait until we finish with this cohort of people, because I've seen so many people and we're going to put them together. The class and the cohort makes sense because you have people that you can bounce ideas off of. You have people, hi, Madam Andrea, see you, good morning. You have people that you bounce ideas off of. Hi, Zay, good to see you. And you have people that you can, talk to and share ideas, and they share with you. Jay Zay says, where are you? I am in the state of Georgia. So anyway, this is just some housekeeping things. We will not have any more appointments towards the third week of June because we're getting ready for the training. If you want to come to this training and you are a subscriber, it is $199. Thank you for the heart, me, madam. I see that. And if you are not a subscriber, it is $4.99. If you are a subscriber and you haven't received the link yet, go ahead and DM me masterclass, and we will make sure Gracie is on here. She'll be taking note of your name, and I will as well. And we will send you a link to register for the class. So if you have not registered for the class yet, thank you, Rev. Thank you for the daily heart me. We'll help you. All right. Go ahead and send that in. This class will include marketing ideas on how you can market and scale your existing home care agency. And for those coming in, you get it from the beginning. So that once you get your license, you are not stuck in that rut of how do I get clients. We're going to teach about who your clients are, how to get the clients, how to market to them, because a lot of people don't understand who their clients are, right? People would just think that whoever they are seeing in that moment must be their clients. Our teaching is always interactive. At a point, someone will want to come up and ask questions. I bring them up. Hi, Matinee baby. Good morning. You have a question? Matinee,
Yes, ma'am.
how are
Good
you?
morning.
I'm
I'm
good.
okay. How are you?
I'm
Yeah.
doing well. You have a question for me?
Not really. You already responded to my message, and thank
Okay.
you so much. I really appreciate that.
You're welcome. Well, you're up
And
here. Just sit up there with me.
yes,
You
thank
can
you.
mute yourself. All right. Thank you, Mimi, for the heart me. I appreciate it. So one of the things that I want to address today before Kishma comes in, she's going to be in around 10:30 or so, and she's going to address all the people who have questions about non-medical transportation or opening a CNA school. Okay. All right. So one of the things that people don't like to talk about is the fact that you can actually carry this license. And I tell my people that you can carry this license for a year and you don't have a client. And if you are one of those, just drop that in the chat and let me know that you have carried your license. Thank you for that, heart me. I really appreciate you. Help me. It's one of the truths about owning this business. It's like every other business, and that was Francisca. Thanks, Francisca. If you don't know what you're doing, you can be stuck in a rut. We talk about the business being a great business, as it is, as we should. We talk about the fact that you're helping people, you are adding value to your community, and that it is a business that is worth millions. You make six figures in this business. There are people making millions of dollars, $1 million, 2 million, 6 million a year in that business. And some people just don't have a penny, because when you get, thank you for the roses, thank you, Francisca, some people get the permit and they don't apply themselves. It's not a business that you go back and sit down on. You have to be in front of people. People need to know who you are and what you do. And this is what I teach my Success Club members, and this is one of the things we'll be teaching during this hour day long class. We're going to have a marketer in there who's going to teach on marketing strategies. And then as you are part of the Success Club, we continue to do this with you and continue to work with you, because what you learn one day, you need to know how to apply it. So I work with you on the application of that so that you get to the point where your business is full and you don't have any more time to call me all the time. That would be one of my selfish desire, that you get to the point where you're like, I don't need Dr. B. Every now and then I can just go and say hello. That is my goal, that you're making money, right? So if you're trying to start or grow, Sherlynn's laughing. I love Sherlynn. She's here and supporting me all the time. And I cannot wait until you're done with school so we can get some money, Sherlynn. So if you're trying to grow or start a home care agency, stick with me. I have my thing all together and we're going to dive into it. Okay. So yesterday during one of my one-on-ones, after we finished with the live, I had 2 one-on-ones yesterday. No, 5 one-on-ones yesterday. And the last one was actually someone who's already in the Success Club. So we meet every week or every other week and we go over some of their pain points and their issue. And so one of the things I do is I actually teach. We do this spreadsheet where we identify who your clients are, because you cannot market to who you don't know, right? If you agree with me, put it in that chat. You cannot market to who you don't know. If after you get your permit or your license, I call it a permit or license, I interchange because different state, Georgia calls it a permit, other state calls it license. Evelyn says yes. What happens is you get this and then you just sit and you're like, somebody give me clients, somebody give me clients. And then Abby says, I agree with you. Thanks, Abby. And then someone says, Matne says yes. And then someone says, oh, if you just get Medicaid, they'll send you clients. Not true, not true, not true, not true. I wish they don't send you clients. Medicare does not send you clients. If you have not marketed yourself and gotten to the point where you have relationships with the care coordinators, the social workers, and all the people who can reach out to you because they need your help. So we're going to break all of this down during that training. And I would really hope that you register. $199. And this is what we encourage people to do. If you are a subscriber and someone's ask me where to subscribe, you go to where it says service in the box with an arrow. You click on that box and then it says subscribe to Dr. B Success Club and you join. So what we're doing is, if you register for yourself, bring another person along with you. So it's 2 for 1. I think that's how it said. I'm not good at that thing, but I think that's what it said. So you pay for one person, you bring another person along, because 2 is better than 1, and it must be someone you trust to be able to understand your business. So if you have a business manager, an office manager, or you have a partner, bring that partner with you. So if you do want to come to the class, go ahead and subscribe and then DM me the word masterclass and we will send you a link to register for that class. Okay. Typically, the class is between $4.99 to $5.99, but we are giving it at $199 to all the subscribers. So non-subscribers are paying $499. Anyway, let me go on. I just have to let you guys know that that opportunity exists. So what we do is break it down, and then in the Success Club, every week I go back and forth with you. So yesterday when I was going with these young people, there are 2 of them, and I'm so proud of them. 2 of them who own a non-medical home care agency, they're partners. Sona says, how can I join? Hi, Sona. Right here, you see that box that says service? If you click on service, it'll open up and it'll show you where it says join Dr. B Success Club. And I advise everyone, subscribe for more than a month. Maybe do the automatic or whatever they call it, or just do 3 months, 4 months, because 6 months is ideal time that you want to go through the coaching and the mentorship for your business. But then again, it's up to you. That's just my recommendation. So right there where it says service, click on there. And then once you subscribe, DM me the word masterclass and we will send you a link to register for the class. Let's continue. So yesterday, as I'm going through, see, when I'm telling story, then I pause and then I answer a question and then I tell my story. By the time I finish telling this one story, y'all will get it. You'll get what I'm saying. But anyway, it's about preparation. I want to talk about relationship and marketing because that's what a lot of people come to me for. They're like, how can I get client? How can I get client? And I'm hoping that the mindset of high occasion, thanks for joining, that the mindset of Dr.B Success Club subscribers will be changed to where they understand that the first thing you want after you get your license is not where are the clients, give me clients. The first thing is that you lay a foundation for your business. So this class will be teaching on marketing strategies. We'll be teaching on putting your files together, setting your office the way it should be. We'll be teaching on finances from an accounting perspective. We'll be teaching on how to become bankable from the perspective of a vice president of a bank, an actual bank. And they love to help healthcare business owners, small business owners. And I tell you guys to support each other because small business is the heartbeat of the American economy. If you didn't know that, you are important. Your role is crucial. You're not just doing this because, yes, you want a financial future for yourself and for your children, but you're also contributing to the economy. As a result, there's so much benefit, so many things that I am teaching the Success Club members that you can get a hold of, especially if you are a woman in business. If you're a woman and you own a small business, there are some things that's why I'm telling people stick around for 6 months. Some people just don't get it. And other people think, I'm just going to hit the ground running. And if you hit the ground, just going after clients and you don't know how to put your files together, you don't know how to be compliant with the requirement of your state, guess what will happen? When they come for you, when they come for a survey, it feels like they're coming for you. They're not really coming to attack you in a way. They're coming to survey and see, are you meeting their compliance? How are you interpreting the policies and the rules and the regulations? Are you doing it the right way? Yep, Shirley, because somebody might say, Dr. B said, you're coming for me. I don't mean it in that way. I mean, when they come to survey you, or say you're a Medicaid provider, there comes a time when Medicaid comes to audit you. You want to be ready during those times, right? You want to be ready. You don't want them to come and find that you have not done the things you should do as far as your documentation and as far as how you maintain your staff files and all of those things, right? So that's some things that you learn in my Success Club. You get a wholesome teaching. Personally, I continue to learn. And whatever I learn, when I get into rooms that I know my people cannot get into, I get into those rooms and I bring something back. Thank you for that, Heart Me, Crystal. I appreciate it. Thank you, Rev Rich. I appreciate all those roses and the gift. Thank you so much. So you want to be able to understand the foundation. And this is what I was doing with these young ladies. When they first did their one-on-one, it was about how do we get clients? We already have 3 or 2, and this one is like this one is like this. So by the time we finished, they were like, oh my God, we haven't done things the right way. We don't know this, we don't know that. And I asked a question, who are your clients? They didn't know. So I sent a spreadsheet, and that's how I teach. I sent a spreadsheet. Hi, Kish. She's here. Our guest is, thank you, Rev. I appreciate that. She's here. I'm going to invite her to sit up here with me for a little bit. Kish, I've sent you an invitation, and then I will give her some time. If you are in here and you want to ask some questions about non-medical transportation, or you have questions about starting a CNA or HHA school, I think it's called different things in different states. She's here. Hi, Crystal Tall. Good to see you. How you doing? Hey, Krishna, say something. Say hello to the room. Good
Hopefully, you
morning.
guys can hear me. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, everybody. Please say good morning back to Kishma in there. So Kishma owns a non-medical transportation called T for T's, and she also owns Triumphant Medical, which is a CNA school, and they're successful. She gave me an opportunity to kind of teach there a while back when she was out for a little bit. Everyone says good morning to you. Kishma Mimi says good morning. So she is nurse. She is the one that you see there that says Nurse Malix. I think you guys can see all of that. Okay. So if you guys have any question, Kish, I'm just gonna hold you for a little bit and then I finish my thought. And then I'll give you an opportunity to talk about the non-medical home care agency, okay? Not home care, but transportation. You see what happened? Because I talk about home care agency all the time. I just said that's what you're going to talk about. No, she's going to talk about transportation. See, I have a friend in here, Charlene. She just laughs at me, and when I make these boo boo. Were you nurses before you started home care? Yes, but you do not. User 638 says, were you a nurse before you became a home care agency owner? Yes, I was, but you do not need to. A lot of my clients are not nurses. You don't need to be a CNA. You don't need to be a nurse. You don't need to be a doctor. Hi, Na, good to see you. You just need to be someone who wants to be in business and who's willing to learn. Because if all of us were all of these things before we start any business, people wouldn't do businesses. And there's something that you all may not know. Many, and I'm not going to name names, but many football players own non-medical home care agency. Ooh. Yes, they do. And you know what they have over anybody else? What they may have over anybody else is the fact that they have lots of money and they can hire just about any. User 810, did you have a question? Yes, a lot of them own these businesses and they franchise them. So a lot of the huge companies that are being franchised are those owned by them. User 2998 something says, you see, I keep telling y'all, you got to put a name because then I'm going to be like 222111111. I'm interested in your class and training, but I couldn't subscribe to get connected with you. But why? What happened when you tried to subscribe? I want to start a home care agency. Adeomo says, I want to start a home care agency. How do I start or get funding? And then this one says, how to know how much to quote the clients. Okay, so let me answer all three questions at once. User that says she couldn't subscribe, I don't know what could happen. What is happening is that some people have to open another account. Maybe you haven't set up your PayPal account with TikTok. You may want to do that so that you can subscribe because it's cheaper for you to attend the class that way. That's the only way we've set it up, unless you want to pay $4.99. And then and also you get to connect with me and be part of the club. And then Adelma says, I want to start a home care agency. That's why we're here. We help you start a home care agency and you would begin the journey by subscribing. Now, let me explain something to you about funding. And I'm sorry, I'm very honest and truthful when I want to say what I say. Many people will not want to fund a startup business, right? There are some instances, but it has to be something that they see would be very beneficial to them, right? If you are starting up a business like a non-medical home care agency, people are starting it up to where it costs you less than $10,000. And that is me putting everything, including the fee that you pay people like us, someone like me or anybody else to open for you, the money you pay to your state, depending on which state, except you're in California, because California charges $5,000 for the license alone. not including other things. But if you're in any other state, we're talking your liability insurance, we're talking all these small office things you need. You can use your home office to begin with so that the overhead cost of renting a space outside is taken away until you are ready to do so. So all of this means you can start for less. And that takes away looking for funding until after you start. Now, my Success Club members know that when I get a hold of good grant information, I share with them to where they can go and apply for those grants. But many grants want to know that you've already made some risk. You've taken some risk on yourself. Banks want to see that you've taken risk on yourself too. Because if you cannot use your own money, if you don't think your idea is good enough for you to spend your own money, other people are going to be very skeptical about spending their money on you. So I hope that that helps. Now, if you want to have a one-on-one with me to go over these and talk some more and figure it out, if it's something you really want, go right here where it says service. Click on service. It'll open up to where it says join Dr.B Success Club. You subscribe and then you DM me your email address, your name and your state, and we'll send you information, a link to schedule your appointment. Now, and I'm telling everyone how the appointment is going. You got to get it done now because I'll be going on a medical mission in July. How to know how much to quote the clients. These are some of the things that I teach in my Success Club. Thank you, Mimi. These are some of the things that I teach my Success Club members because it's not something I can sit up here and talk to you like that. We have to, first of all, look at what state you're in because different states is different. And even within the state, different areas are different and are different prices and also what kind of clients are they? So we have to take a look at all of those things, all right? User 810, you're up here. Do you have a question for me? Did you want to ask me something? If you want to ask me something, you can go ahead and unmute yourself because you requested and I brought you up. All right. I believe that I will get my information with you and your company. All right, user 2998. Thank you for saying that. And we do all that we can. Thank you, Jesus Millionaire. Good to see you. So you can just go there and subscribe and then let's get together and see what we can do to help you because that is the goal. So Susie says, is the class recorded? We will record the class and it will be given out for a fee, of course. If that's what if the day doesn't work for you. Crystal, thank you for the rose. How do we apply for private insurance? Abby, these are some of the things. I can't sit here and tell you the steps of how you can apply for private insurance. Again, there are different insurances. There's Genworth. There is, whether you want to get into the CMOs and depending on whether you want to do veterans, all of these things have different processes and different steps. And so if you are part of the Success Club, these are the things that I teach. And then if you want to come to this training that we're having on the 27th, go ahead and subscribe and then DM me the word masterclass and we will send you a link for you to register. Kishma, 1 minute, okay? Thank you for having patience with me. Charlene's just laughing away. User 298 says he's ready to pay $4.99. Okay, he doesn't want to be part of the Success Club. Gracie, this person is user 29888. Go ahead and DM me your name because we can't be calling you user 29888. So DM me your name, your state, your email address. And let me know that you do not want to subscribe, that you want to pay $4.99 for the course, and then we will send you a link for you to register for that class. Okay, you're the first one. All right, and we will do that. And user 6661444 is also laughing because it's hard for somebody to say all that word. Martinet Bebe says, I still didn't receive the email yet. I think Gracie sent those out yesterday. Gracie, please send Martinet the link to register for the class. I hope that's what you mean. Is that the email? Because as far as the contract, I asked that you guys please give us patience because we were doing this today, right? It's the weekend, and so we had a lot of people were trying to get their contracts out to them. So please, Martinique, have patience for me. But if what you need is the link for the training, Gracie will go ahead and send it to you shortly. Okay. Someone says loving the live session 66111. Thank you for loving. You make it hard for me because you make me keep saying 66111. And then there is 299. Y'all better go put names to your thing so that when you come back, I can know what to call you. And don't say ugly face because one really cute guy came in here yesterday and his name was Ugly Face. I'm like, oh no, you are not ugly. Don't say that. All right, user 6611 says Michelle. Let me write that down. I like Michelle better because it's so much easier to say Michelle than to say, you know what, I'm not going to say that anymore. All right, I'm going to finish this and then Kishma is going to take over for the next few minutes and then we'll be back on the non-medical home care agency. Charlene, I love you. You make me smile that when you put those laughters up there because she goes right along with me. One day I came on and it was a Friday and I was like, oh my God, it's Saturday. Oh, Rafe, thank you. And I said, happy Saturday, everyone. And Sherilyn is like, Dr.B, where are you? Why is it Friday? Why is it Saturday? And it was really Friday. I was so tired that week. But she gets me back on track real quickly. Thank you for subscribing to the team. Welcome to the team. All right, so what I was doing with these two young ladies that own this agency was defining who their clients were. And so we have this spreadsheet that we go through and we figure out who your clients are. And then after we figure that out, we come up with a strategy. So I gave them homework this week. And the funniest thing happened, it could have been funny, but it was an amazing learning opportunity because I was teaching she says, thanks for sharing your knowledge with us. I'm excited to be a part of the success team. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. Thank you. And so while we were doing the training, and they were my last huddle for the day, my phone rang, and it was my business after hour phone because I was on call yesterday. And I'm glad I was on call. My daughter, who is the assistant administrator, is often on call, but she picked a client yesterday that she wanted to work. And so I was like, okay, I'm home. I'm going to be working from home, so I'll be on call. When I picked it up, guess who it was? It was our county calling because something fell through with a contract and they wanted us to come pick this contract. Can you imagine? And I left the call. I did not mute the Zoom because I wanted the young ladies to listen because I teach from experience and I teach from things that are actually happening. And they were just like, And I said, that's why I said, we got to prepare you because if you don't have a foundation, when she called and the lady began to tell me what she needed, I'm like, yep, we have that. Yep, we have that. We're already ready for contract. We've already been doing contract with another county. And she was like, good, that's what I wanted to hear. And so because I felt as though when I was teaching them about preparation, it was going in one ear and coming out the other ear. All they wanted to hear was, how do we get clients now? And so when that call came to an end, I said to them, do you get anything out of that? Do you see what I'm talking about? If you just got your license and you're like, clients, if an opportunity like this happens, and this didn't just happen, I've built some relationships. I have done all the stuff that needs to be done. I have a sam.gov account, which is one of the things we'll be teaching. We will be having like the Success Club Zoom meeting. We're going to start having those. We'll have one this month after, next month, we'll have a Success Club Zoom for all the Success Club members. And we will be training, and we'll be doing this once a month with everyone and then weekly with each person, because you got to know how to set your company up for success. How do you get grants? How do you get contracts? How do you become a person who does business with the government? These are all the things that your small business can do. And this is what I teach in my Success Club. Okay. All right. My story for that time is done. Comfort says, I'm interested on that one-on-one. You get a one-on-one with me anytime that you want. You know that. But if you want to go through the thing with everybody else and be part of the Success Club when I call the meetings and stuff, you subscribe right there where it says service. And I encourage everyone to do that, because then it helps when everybody goes through the same thing, and we can do that one-on-one. Okay. So Kishma, the floor is yours. Give us some general information about Rev reached level 11, level 12. You're leveling up in here. Thank you so much. Kish, talk about the process. So you're going to give us the general information about opening up a non-medical transportation. There are always some people in here who have those questions for me. And then there are people who want to kind of scale their business. When they get to a certain point, they want to scale. Maybe they want to scale and add a non-medical transportation, or they want to add a CNA school or an HHA school. And I know the Kishma will also be holding, I'm trying to push her to do a live stream on those topics. So this is the first day. So you have the floor. You have some time. We'll do like 10 minutes of you talking and then people asking questions. Go ahead.
Okay, so good morning. I'm Kishma. I am also a nurse. I have, of course, Dr. B's been pushing me since God knows when. We've been friends for a long time. I do have a non-emergency medical transport. It's been in business now for about 3 years. Starting business, like she said, it's hard to get funding, so you should have something of your own. Of course, you got to go through getting your EIN number, you're registered with the state, and then also registered with your county. A lot of being a non-emergency medical transport, depending on what state that you're in, some state requires you to go through brokers. So you'll have to know what brokers are in your area. Every area does not utilize the same broker. So depending on what area of the state that you're in, you are going to get some brokers, and you must apply with them, these brokers. And once you apply, you have to wait. I waited a few months before I was approved. But while you're applying, you can go ahead and get what you're going to need, which is vans. And some brokers require you to have at least 2 or 3 vans. It's not necessarily for you to have wheelchair or stretcher. You can start off, I started off honestly with my personal car, but my personal car, your cars cannot be over a certain amount of the age limit must be a certain amount, but they will let you know what that is. So it took me about, honestly, 6 months to get my business started. And it started off really, really fast. I was waiting, and then I got a call stating, okay, you got members to pick up tomorrow. Okay. You got members to pick up tomorrow. And so that's how I started off with my non-emergency medical transport. So I do pick up people with dialysis, mental health facility, developmentally facility. I have contracts with them and so forth. So this is non-emergency medical. If anyone is interested in getting into non-emergency medical transport, like Dr. B says, I'm also the owner and instructor of a CNA school and med tech. I also do CPR. So if anyone is interested in that, hopefully going forward, I can start doing my own thing. But I just want to bring that out there.
Good. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Anybody has a question for Kish? If you want to come up, somebody says, Victoria King says, do you teach this? Victoria, do you mean, does Kishma teach about the non-emergency transportation? Or are you talking about the non-medical home care? Um, yes, the non-emergency transportation. Yes, Kish will be holding a live stream coming up. She'll let us know when, because then I can announce it here and she'll make a video of when she'll be going live to teach that. She does and can help people who are trying to get into that. So, but she hadn't done a live stream before. But yes, Kishma, right? I'm
Yes.
answering for you.
Yes, you are answering for me, but you are correct.
Okay.
I am looking to go live, yes, I can teach you how to get started.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks for the follow. Somebody says, Victoria said, I'll be joining the Success Club as well. Well, welcome. To join it, just go right there where it says service, and you can click that link and it says join Dr.B Success Club, and that brings you in. Thank you. And someone who is asking about something else, I'm going to ask you guys, please follow Nurse Malik's as well, because she has some, we are all in this space. So for those of you who may not understand how the community care, community service, healthcare situation goes, every service that you offer to your clients in the community, outside of the hospital or outside of an institution, is considered the community services, right? And so this space, there are some things that are covered by Medicaid, not the Medicare, because Medicare it does cover some things as well. But for many of us who have the medical, it is Medicaid. Guys, tap the screen for me. I've been dropping some hints. I'm like, use your two fingers, tap it like you're mad, like you're mad at somebody. Not me though. You can't be mad at me. I haven't done nothing wrong. Just tap the screen, and it doesn't cost a thing. It's just really your fingers. My goal when I come on here every day is tap to 100K. And Charlene said to me the other day, she said, your class is just so good that we have to pay attention. I'm like, seriously, guys, help me. Tap, tap, tap. So if you want to be a part of the Success Club, Sona was saying that she's a CNA. And Sona, depending, I don't know, which state are you in? As a CNA, you can open a non-medical home care agency. So for those of you who already have the business, like the home care agency, and you want to scale up and you want to do other things like, the non-emergency transportation, or you want to add the school to your company, Kishma is the best person for you to ask those questions. So please follow her, okay? Thank you, my husband. Thank you, sir. He takes us. These hot flashes are killing me. I'm telling you guys. So Sha says I will join. Okay. And I'm trying to file questions. 1 second. It goes by so fast. Victoria King says I'll be joining the Success Club. Welcome. Thank you, Victoria. And let me go down. Someone else says something. I think Mimi and Gracie are answering some questions. Victoria says to Nurse Malik, I have followed you too. I'm really waiting and anticipating the live training. So Kish, there, no pressure, but people are waiting. People are waiting, so you gotta announce it soon. User 299 says, please accept the message. It's hard for me. That's Michelle. No, user 661 is Michelle. 2998 is somebody else. I don't know the name. You can send the message. I will accept it, but I just don't know how to do it while I am on the live. Forgive me. Still love me. I am learning TikTok. I'm telling you this. Okay. Jesus Millionaire, how are you? You have a question?
Yes, I have a question.
So our one-on-one is quite a bit away from now, but I wanted to ask you, what is it that you suggest that I get in place before we have that talk? Even though like I haven't, well, I tried to apply for LLC and stuff maybe a few years ago, but I didn't follow through with it. But I'm wondering, what is it that you think that I should do um, by the time you and I have that talk?
Okay. When is your appointment?
It's in the first week of July.
Okay, that's fine. It's, things take its time. One of the first things that I always tell people to do is, if you're sure that this is what you want to do and you're sure of the name of your company. Now, uh, if you're sure of the name of your company, go ahead and register. The babies are all back there telling you something, right?
I'm a 2.5-year-old.
It's okay.
No, I'm on the phone. Okay. I'm sorry. Let me get her busy.
It's okay. I can mute you while I answer your question. So you would go ahead and register your business first with the state, with the Secretary of State. Now make sure that you understand what kind of business name that you want. And listen, I'm going to just put this out here, because if you register a name that is not going to work for you, for instance, this is how my mind thinks. How will I brand myself? How will I market myself? If you name your business God's Child LLC and we have our meeting, this is from someone who is God's child. I'm going to tell you, can we please amend that name? Because you want to set yourself up for success, not for failure. You want to make it in such a way that people do recognize who you are. And when there is an SEO search, that you come up. And because this is what happens. If I'm going through some issues and I need help, and I need someone to care for my mom or my daughter or my kids or me, what I do is I go up on Google and I search Homecare Agency near me, or healthcare near me, or something like that. So aid near me. So be mindful of the kind of name that you choose. And I would always recommend you put either home care or healthcare services in the name, or home care or healthcare, right? You get my drift? Because then it will be easy for you to be branded and be marketable. Because if you say, let's say you say Journey LLC, for all we know, you could be a transportation company. You could be a plumbing journey. Who knows? So be careful of the name, and then if you know what you want, then go ahead and register that name before that meeting. Another thing that you can do, thank you, Charlene. Another thing that you can do is also go over to the IRS. And please do not pay someone to do this. These are things you can do by yourself. That's what I have been advocating for. Business owners, get to know the steps to do business, right? Don't be just paying for everything. There are things you want to keep your money for, like getting your policy and procedure done, writing all of those and putting your paperwork together and submitting it to the state. All of that will require money. So those are the things you should do, Jesus Millionaire. Register the business, get your EIN from the IRS. IRS does not charge you, but the Secretary of State will charge. It's between 100, 125, depending on your state. And then it just takes a few days. Do not expedite it, because if in any state you say expedite my approval, the fees go up. So just do it. Let them take their, oh, Mimi, thank you. Let them take their regular time, and then, you can go ahead and
Okay. I think I want to DM you the name, and this is, to be honest, this is so funny because I used to live in California, and I did worked in those homes, because in California there's a lot of homes where they have like 5 to 6 patients, and then there's one person that takes care of them. So I fell in love with that when I was in California. But I've always known that this is something that I want to do, and I've had the name. I've had the name for years now. So I think I'm gonna DM you the name and let you see, and you can tell me if you think it's a good name.
Okay, do that. And also, you hear I'm getting used to saying do that at the end of my videos, and it's becoming a thing. If you watch my videos, I say do that at the
Do
end,
that.
but you do understand.
That means take action.
Take action. I never even thought about it when I began to do it, and it was
Yes.
my husband who said, "You realize you said do that at the end of all your video." I'm like, "Ooh, that's a branding." Yes, do that. So
Do that.
send it to
That's
me,
right.
and then
Yeah,
we
I'm gonna
talk.
send it to you.
Okay.
Okay.
And also keep in mind that the non-medical home care, you are sending your staff out to their homes, right? You're not keeping them in your home. That's
No.
where you begin, and we'll talk about all of that later.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Five staff says, or five, some of these names I don't know how to say, but Five's Fifi says, I have private care business LLC. Is this different from home health? Please explain the difference. Five S, never mind. I just be calling it. I bet this must be your first time in this room, and if it is, welcome. Let me do some explanation. Evelyn, come up, but give me a minute. Let me answer this question, okay? So, I don't understand when you say I have a private care business LLC. Do you mean that you have a home care agency, or do you mean that you registered a business as a private care LLC? Can you clarify that for me, please, so that I can answer that question better? Okay, Mimi's told me. Mimi is my coach when it comes to TikTok. She's the one that brought me on TikTok. She's the one that puts me in the right path. So someone had said, accept my message. And I said, I don't know how. So Mimi said, you cannot do that until you get off the live. Thank you, Mimi. Well, some user 661, which is Michelle, said you need to do a name search first for the availability of the name. That's one way to do it. You want to go in there with 3 different names. You can search your name, but you want to make sure that your name is brandable. You want to make sure first before you go searching that name with the Secretary of State. Okay. All right. Thank you for the follow, guys. I see all that follow. Thank you. A business as a private care. 5. Okay. Which state are you in? Because in the state of Georgia, it's called a private home care agency. In many other states, it's called different things. But the general terminology is a non-medical home care agency, right? State like Maryland would say, oh my God, I just forget what they call it. But anyway, it's a North Carolina. Okay. So it's a non-medical home care agency. If that's what you have. So that's the one where you hire CNAs or caregivers. You train them, you send them into people's homes to provide the services. The non-medical home care service that you own may include personal support services, companion care, and homemaker services. Some people may just have companion care and homemaker service without the personal support. Now, depending on, what you want to do with that, understand that personal support are those that can actually touch the clients, they can bathe, they can, provide those activities of daily living, turn the client, feed the client, do all of those things. And companion sitter is just that, companion. They can follow them to doctor's appointment, have, spend time with them, do some things around the house, as well as the homemaker, light housekeeping, preparing meals, going grocery shopping, picking up prescription, and so on and so forth. Saint of God, good to see you. So and you must make sure that you stick with that as per the policy of your individual state. Now, home health agency. A home health agency is a skilled home health. It's just that. It's a skilled agency. That's where you have nurses, you have physical therapists, occupational therapists, all the therapies, and you are providing skilled services, meaning wound care, IV infusion therapy, all of those things, that skilled nurses do, and PTOTs and all that. And that's the difference between the home health and the home care agency. I hope that That helps. Oasis, hello. Thank you for subscribing. She said, I subscribe and set up a meeting. Is there anywhere we can meet before July? Oh, Oasis online shopping. I wish I could say yes. What is on the calendar? A lot of people have already booked, and we've even started doing, some of the Success Club members were doing every day. I get so exhausted. The fact that I am sitting here this morning is by the grace of God, believe me. So the appointment cannot be shifted earlier. And keep in mind, I also have clients who are not TikTokers and they meet me off of TikTok. So they're coming to the office. I say all of that to say, I'm so sorry. We have to keep your appointment as it is. And please don't stand me up when it gets to that day. Okay? All right. So five, I hope I answered your question. Five says, where do we book? You go right here where it says service and you click on service. You subscribe to Dr. B Success Club and then you DM me your email address, your real name, and also remind me that you're from North Carolina, and we will send you a link to where you can book your appointment. Okay, guys, tap 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 tap. We're at 26K in 1 hour, and we are 41 people in this room. I went to one of my friends' room, and we were seven. Seven of us tapped to 100K. Can you imagine? So help me, help me, help me. Evelyn, yes, Evelyn, you can go and change your appointment to July. Go ahead and ask your question. You're up here anyway. Is that what you came to ask me?
No, I wanted. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I need to really talk to you about the not non medical agency.
Okay. Mhm.
Do you actually, when you open it, do you actually have to have a CNA or HHA?
You don't have to. You use caregivers. You can train your caregivers.
For HHA,
Mhm.
or they have to have CNA and
They don't
HHA?
have to have a CNA license. No, it's just that. Depending on which way you want to go with that. So during our meeting, we'll talk about that. What state are you in again, Evelyn?
I'm in New Jersey, and things
Okay.
are different over here. So I've been
Yes.
watching you, and I know you are really a genuine person. So I
Mhm.
want to work with you. You need to help me from scratch because that's not my field. My field
Okay.
is like mental health because I've
Okay.
been in that field for a long time. That's why I told you I had
Mhm.
another agency, but which is active community services for mental health, like supportive employment and individual support.
Okay.
So
You are already a business owner. It's just adding a
I
little
don't know.
bit.
There are things I don't know. I don't actually know. So I
It's
really need
okay.
your help. And I also
Well,
want to ask a question.
yes, ma'am.
Because, the lady, I'm not very good in people's name. I'm so sorry. Forgive
It's
me.
okay.
The transportation.
For
Since you
Nurse Malik's Kishma.
Yeah, since you already registered for your agency, how do you implement the transportation to it? Because you already have the EIN number already. How do you go about it if you want to open now? Is that supposed to be a separate um, agency or company?
Um, well, it depends. If you're doing home health, you can try and see if you can get in for transportation with your patients. You can see if you can get in for your patients. But a lot of them want you to be in business, especially the CMOs. They want you to be in business at least for a year and having all these additional stuff if you're going to do transporting. For you to just do non-emergency medical transport, you may have to go ahead and get your own EIN and a different company. Because I own two different companies. I'm CNA instructor and I also do non-emergency. So they're two different entities. Well, when you open up your home health, you can incorporate it, but it depends on the CMOs that you're going to be working with, either Medicare, Medicaid, or these other CMOs. And some of them do want you to have the experience of transporting.
All right. So okay. the question I was going to ask, I forgot. So let me go to Dr. B. I have so many things in my head. I don't know.
Mhm.
So Dr. B, do you actually have to, when you have non-medical agency, do you have to serve Medicaid and Medicare?
With a non-medical agency, you cannot do Medicare, but you can be a provider for Medicaid. You don't have to. There are people who chooses not to take Medicaid and just do private pay. It's up to you.
Okay.
I encourage people to look at every source of revenue so that you're not limited to just one source of revenue for your agency.
Okay. The reason why I'm asking that is the other agency that I have involves into, because it's it's fee for service, and I know you know about fee for service. I don't know.
Yes, ma'am.
And then they are too much. They've been going like it's too much. So I'm still on my policy. Every time you take your policy, New Jersey will say, "Oh, they have changed something. You need to add it to your policy." So I'm just tired of Medicaid, and I'm just tired of them. That's why I try to open the non-medical.
So the one for the non-medical home care agency is set totally different from fee for service, okay? And everything is set the way that it should be. And the way and what they say they're gonna pay you is what they're gonna pay you, regardless. They approve certain number of hours, and that's what it is. And so when we have that appointment, we can talk some more. And as we talk after you open the business, and because you're not gonna apply for Medicaid yet until after you have received the license for your business. In many states, you are required to have provided service for a year before they let you become a Medicaid provider. Now, there are some waiver programs, because keep in mind too, non-medical home care agencies operate through a waiver program for each state. That's how you become a Medicaid provider. So whenever you get your license, the most states only have one waiver. Some states have four, five, six, like the state of Georgia. Florida has one, which it's a little rough, but most other states have several. And then some of them will say, you got to show me that you were in another waiver before you can get into this waiver. So all of these things I walk through with my people before you apply. There are some waivers that want you to come in immediately because they don't have enough providers, and so those ones you can get in your first year. In the state of Georgia, that's the Georgia Pediatric Program. A lot of people don't want to do peds, and I get that. That's my background. But if you don't want to, you don't have to. Okay. So we'll talk some more. And then I see where you say you wanted to switch your appointment to July. Can you and oh, who was that was trying to? Oasis Online Shopping says that thank you, Crystal. I appreciate that. Thank you, Refresh. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. If you and Oasis can switch your days, if your day is in June, you go, cancel, go to another day, and then Oasis can take your day if your day is earlier. Y'all talk about that. Okay, I'm brokering relationships in here too. Mhm.
No problem. Because I do have a meeting I didn't know about,
Okay.
and that it will affect that same day, and I don't want to miss you, so I just have to reschedule it and
Okay.
then.
So message Oasis so that she stands by as soon as you cancel, she can pick that day before somebody
Okay.
else picks it. Okay.
Who is she? Don't know her.
Look in there. Oasis, say something to Evelyn. Evelyn has a star by her name. Can I just take a moment and Oasis have a star too? She's a subscriber as well, because you can't book the appointment until you subscribe. So please, all the stars, can you pick the tag and just show your tags by your name, please? Pick it so that I can see you and you can see each other. And thank you for tapping. I was saying tap, 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 and user 661, Michelle. I think it's Michelle. Michelle says, we're tapping. We're tapping. Thank you. And she said she's exactly what her name is. Blessings. Oh, that is so sweet. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. I try to be that, sometimes it's hard. It's hard. But I try. Um, I think someone asked, where do we book? I already answered that question about where to book. Go to where it says service, click on that right there and subscribe to Dr. B Success Club. And then you will DM me your email address and your state, and we will send you a link to schedule your one-on-one appointment. Today, we're not going to stay here for way too long. If you guys have more question about the transportation business or the HHA school, please go ahead and send a message to Nurse Malik. Thank you, Nurse Malik. I did not see that you could call yourself. Appreciate you. So go ahead and send that message on Sunday. This Sunday in the evening, we will be having subscribers only Zoom. I'm gonna do it right this time. Let me tell you guys what happened last week Sunday. What had happened was I was so tired. I was so tired. I planned on doing a sub only live. Oh, Sherilyn, she was there. She laughed at me. And so I went and after church, we did all the stuff. Guys, I'm a pastor's wife. So our church is very small. It's new. And so we have a house fellowship in our home in Loganville. If you live anywhere close and you would like to worship with us, come on down. Hi, Purity. Good to see you. So after the service, and we always do a little brunch after service, and we've done this and we're cleaning up and I'm exhausted and I just lay on the couch and I slept. And when I woke, I'm like, oh my God, I said I was going to do a live for my subs. Let me go in and do actually for my stars. That's what I like to call you guys. And so click live. And I'm beginning to see people and I'm like, this is a sub only live. And then it hit me. And Mimi, I think Mimi came in. Mimi's like, no, do this if it's a sub only live. And I tried, it didn't work. At that moment, it dawned on all of us that this was not a sub only live. And some people were like, thank God it wasn't. Anna and Shirley. I keep saying, Anna, do you know Shirley? Both of you, we need to get together and have lunch somewhere. You both crack me up too. So I'm like, oh my God, it is not a sub only live. It is a live stream for everybody, but it was good because quite a few people were waiting for it and they joined the Success Club. So, it was good for them as well. You're welcome, Kish. Thank you for coming. So I'm going to drop you. Kishma is going out. She is still doing some stuff with her people. Your page is private, Evelyn. Evelyn, your page is private, so Oasis cannot send you a message. So you might want to maybe you send her a message or something. I don't know. I don't know how that works. Thank you, Dr. B. You're welcome. You're both welcome. So on Sunday, 6 p.m., we are going to have a live only, a sub only live. You see, I'm beginning the process. I'm going to just go in and I'm going to make, schedule that on here so that doesn't happen again. I'm going to set it up. So if you guys want to be a part of it, be sure to subscribe so that you can be a part of it. And as we go out, guys, tap, tap, tap. Can we I'm going to put on some music. Let's tap. If you have questions, I'll answer you, but let's tap me to 50. Can we do that, please? This is the only request that I have. Tap your girl to 50 before we leave. We are at 37. If we all join hands together, we can get me to 50 before we leave. Practice before Sunday. I will, Jesus Millionaire. I'm going to practice. I'm going to set that up and then I'm going to try to do the practice one. I've actually done a sub only live before. This wasn't the first time. And I want to take a moment right now as we're tapping. Please tap. Let's tap to 50. Tap to 50. Tap to 50. Tap to 50. I'm dancing for you guys. But as we tap to 50, Evelyn just rescheduled. Yeah. So go ahead and do so. To Crystal, it says, laugh out loud. Tap your girl to 50. And as we tap to 50, while tapping, don't stop. Keep tapping. We're 37.3. We're going. As we do this, I want to take a moment and recognize someone very special. Mimi comes in here every day. She's my moderator. I love her. And I tell you guys about what she does every single day. What the fact that she is the one important reason that I am on TikTok. I knew nothing about TikTok except the controversy that was on the news, and I just thought it was something where kids go to do stuff, and I didn't realize that, yes, tap to 50, Shirley's dancing, tap to 50, tap to 50. So she got me on here, and she shows up all the time to support me, to be my moderator, and to teach me. And even off of this, I will call her and say, Mimi, what should I do? What shouldn't I do? Mimi does braiding. I'm going to wear one of her hair one day, right? Somebody said, when you buy it, it's yours. It's your head. So she braids, and she does the live where she does her wig. So you guys follow Mimi, and I go there and just watch her. She just diligently go at it. And she does some cooking shows too, which I love, love, love. She loves cooking, and I love eating. So you guys, please follow Mimi. Thank you so much for following her, for the way she supports me, and the way she brought me out here so that I can meet all of you. Thank you, Evelyn. Thank you, Charlene. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Crystal. Thank you, Michelle, that I just met, user 66111. She says, thanks, Mimi. Good to have all of you. Tap, 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 tap. Tap. I'm not going anywhere. Even if it's 2 people left in this room, I'm going to stick here till we tap me to 50K. At 50, I'm going to leave. I have nothing better. No, I do have stuff to do, man. I have stuff to do. I got to prepare for church for tomorrow. But I'm going to stick on for a while. And we've known each other for over 20 years. User 614. Oh, I know who you are now. Do you, Michelle? Go and change your name now. As she keeps saying her, and she keeps talking. Now I'm like, oh my, that's my sister. See what people will do to you. They will put a thing that you don't even know on here, and you get all lost and confused. Thank you for that. Yes. I cannot believe you. Go and put Michelle by that name so that I can stop saying user 661. Now I know who you are. That is my sister, y'all. We have known each other for over 20 years. We worship together, and she has been there for me through some things. Oh, Jehovah. And her family are my family. And so this is such a blessing to have her on here, and she's getting into this journey with the rest of us. She said, you're very funny. Thank you, Anna. I love y'all so much. And she said, I just joined TikTok trying to change my name. I got her to join TikTok the same way that Mimi got me to join TikTok. So Michelle reached out to me. I said, Michelle, you got to go through the process. Go to TikTok and join TikTok. And at first she was like, I don't know. I'm going to get my daughter to help me. And she did. And I'm so glad that she did. I canceled mine, but there's still no time in June. Wait, Oasis, give it a few minutes. And then see. Thank you, 5. Wait a few minutes, and then it'll refresh, and then you can go back in. Oh, Rafe says, don't cry. Oh, I'm not crying. My husband, he's on here. He knows me too well. He says, don't cry. Oh, I'm not going to cry. I promise you, I won't shame you like that today. That is only for today. Another day I will. Another day I will just boo hoo 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 and on here. So guys, tap tap. We're at 43K. We are almost there. We can do it, people. Tap 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 tap. We can do it. And it's giving people a chance to subscribe who wants to subscribe. And 5, make sure that you DM me your email address and your name and your state, because if not, I won't be able to have Gracie send you the link for your one-on-one appointment. Okay, thank you for joining the group. Thank you. Welcome to the team. You are going to be happy. Hi, Purity, I see you, Purity. And we had our time yesterday with Purity and and her partner. Good to see you. And all of you, thank you, thank you. We are almost there. We are at 44. I'm telling you, I'm not going nowhere. I'm sitting here. Let me look for another music, something that needs to play so that I can dance. If y'all have a question, just take this opportunity and ask. I'm going to answer for you. Thank you. Purity says, hi, Dr. B. Hi, Purity. Have you started on your homework yet? I hope you and oh my God, what's her name? Have started your homework. Purity and Cinta. I hope you and Cinta have had a conversation and you've started on what to do. Mimi said you've got good moves, and it doesn't even rhyme with the music. It's a worship song. I'm not supposed to be dancing like that. It says you have to accept me first. Okay, don't worry. I'm gonna do that when I get up here. Hi, Shay. How are you? Good to see you. Thank you for putting up your tags. I love that. Thanks, Shay. Thanks for putting it up. Hi, Refresh. Refresh. Hi, Queen Babs. Thank you for the rose. Have a happy Saturday. Shay says, I'm fine. Happy Saturday to you. Thank you for grabbing your heart, me. Thank you so much. You know, oh, thank you, Red. I appreciate that. I should dance more. I think dancing is a good thing. Jamaican Empress, thank you for coming in. We're almost at the tail end, and we're waiting to tap us to 50K. So get in here. We're doing it together as a family. We're tapping till we get to 50K. I'm gonna stop dancing when we get there. Thank you, Refresh. I love going to watch Refresh. You play the keyboard. I don't know how to do that. We have one in the church, but none of us can play at this time. My daughter plays some, but she's so shy to play on Sundays. Thank you so much. So I watched some of your videos. As you can see, I follow you. I watch the stuff, and I love the heart that you have for Jesus. I really love it. Thank you, Queen Babs. Thank you for the rose. Shay, thank you for the rose. I appreciate all of you for tapping. Tap it away. Tap it. 47.7. We're almost there. Charlene, which fingers are you using? Queen Babs, thank you for that rose. Guys, tap it. As soon as we get to 50, I'm gonna stop. My back hurts though, but I'm gonna keep dancing. Until Queen Brown. You want to ask me a question? She just popped up. I don't know what I did. Hi, Queen.
Hi.
How are you? I'm too excited. I'm too hype, right? I should slow it down.
Hi.
How are you?
How are you today?
I'm doing well. You
Oh,
have a
nice.
question for me?
Good to see you. No, just appreciating the good work. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. And I appreciate you. I truly love you guys. Thank you for
We
sticking
love you
with me
more.
all the time.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you so
Right.
much.
All right.
Refresh says, before you go, Queen, stand right there. I'm gonna bless you as well too. I think I did. Okay, I did. All right. I'm gonna take you down.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. And Refresh says her husband plays professionally. What? Oh my God. That's awesome. She said, I love you too. Thank you for all the support. Thank you. And he's a choir director. I'm in the beginning stage. Girl, I need to learn. Honestly, that is something. My daughter, one of our twin girls, she plays several instruments. And tell her to play on a Sunday. She's probably on here. Oh, she said, you have a good heart. Thank you. Thank you so much. 50K, we're on. Woo! I didn't even see it. Hey! Thank you, everybody. That's wonderful. Yes. Whoop, 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 whoop. We did it, everyone. This is so good. I'm going away happy. I'm going to dance my way to Sam's Club. That's where we're going to do some shopping now. Thank you, guys. I appreciate all of you. Mwah, 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 mwah. Thank you for making it happen. Thank you so much, everyone. Goodbye. Have a wonderful Saturday. I truly love you. God bless you. and the works of your hands and your businesses, and everything you touch will be blessed. And enjoy Sunday. For those of you that are worshiping, wherever you worship, may the Spirit of God just fill you and bless you and just grant you all of your heart's desires according to his riches in glory. Amen. And in Christ Jesus. Amen. Bye bye, everyone. Goodbye. Mwah. Love you.